Welcome to the first episode of Just a Bet Outside. That's right, the very first episode. We are NFL talk. We're going to give out some best bets, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. So I'm your host, Steven. This is my buddy Ryan. You're going to get to know him a little bit too. We've been talking sports for probably about 20 years now. So we thought, why not just do it on a podcast and have some fun with you guys? So we're going to do that. Please, first of all, make sure to like and subscribe this video because we just want to get going, grow in the community, and really just kind of go back and forth with you guys and run some bets by each other. And if you disagree with us, don't hesitate to let us know. We're fine with that. So anyways, other than that, yeah, Ryan, how we feeling today?
Feeling good, ready to go. Excited for this new adventure of ours.
Good deal. Good deal. NFL season is starting in what do we got? Less than a week now. Ooh,
Exciting
baby.
times.
Good,
Yep.
good time of the year. Good time of the year. So this video, we're going to talk about the little AFC preview, and then we'll give some good futures bets at the end for you guys. I'm sure we'll nail all of them, like usual. So last year I did win the Rams Super Bowl bet in the middle of the season. Ryan can back me up. So
He did. He
so
did.
anyways,
He bet
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's right. So we will, yeah, we'll go over some bets. We'll talk some players. Leave comments once you watch the video, and let us know what you think. So with that, let's dive in. Let's go AFC South first.
Fun
That
times.
division sucks. That division just sucks. Let's be honest.
I don't
So
think it does. No,
no.
no, no.
So first we got the Colts. They don't have Carson Wentz, so that's a plus already. That's a good help right there. So Matt Ryan is now the quarterback. He's about 48 years old, but he's still better than Carson Wentz. So yeah, I think the Colts are solid.
I think the
I
Colts
think
are
they're the
good.
only. I think they're the only really good team in this division.
I think the Tennessee Titans are going to surprise some teams and some people. Derrick Henry was hurt last year, and they still had, 12 wins last year? Yeah. I think they're still going to be right up in there.
They have Ryan Tannehill and no receivers.
They
I
had
just don't
Ryan.
know.
They had Ryan Tannehill last year and no receivers. AJ Brown, but I mean,
Yeah,
Derrick
he's
Henry was
pretty
hurt
good.
for 4 or 5 games last year?
Yeah, they're scrappy. I'm not gonna lie, they're scrappy. Yeah,
Yeah.
but other than the Colts and Titans, I don't want to waste too much time on the other two teams.
The other two teams are
But
not very
the
good.
the other two teams are going to be battling for top picks again next year. I think that's just my
I,
opinion.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to improve some, but not much. So
Well, they could improve a lot and still win 4 or 5 games.
you're right on that. Yes, not wrong.
Yeah, but to Jacksonville's point, real quick, Urban Meyer's gone,
That
and
helps.
that's probably the biggest addition by subtraction in the NFL this year because that guy was a cancer in the locker room.
Oh, he was terrible. I don't know how
Brutal.
you rooted for him when you're Ohio State Buckeyes.
That was hard. Yes, I am a Buckeyes fan, but that was pretty hard. They were winning, so it was a little easier.
Winning makes things easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I gotta say one thing about the Jaguars. You're losing franchise when you do what they did in the offseason. Hold on, what's the exact number? They spent $108 million on 2 players. Okay, you're thinking 108 million. That's a lot of money. You're gonna get some good players. The players they bought: Christian Kirk, the receiver
Oh,
from the Cardinals,
yep.
and Zay Jones.
Oh,
Are we
that's
kidding?
bad.
I get
Not.
they got money,
Ugh,
but come on. You,
no.
you can't do that and expect to win. Eventually, you're gonna have to pay Trevor Lawrence if he's worth paying. But
Yes.
yeah,
I, I,
overall thoughts on this division. I think the one disagreement me and Ryan have is the Tennessee Titans because
what do you think with them?
I don't th-
How many
I
wins you
don't
thinking?
man, that's a tough question. I'd probably go. I think they're going to be a 500 team. I'm gonna be honest. It's a bold
500?
statement, very bold statement.
Ooh.
Maybe a little above 500. I just think their passing game is so weak. Um, can we count on Henry to stay healthy? He's getting older. He's taking a lot of
Yep.
hits.
Yep.
If you lose Henry and you have Tannehill and those receivers, I mean, how are you gonna even score?
That's true.
So, so I don't know. I just think it's the Colts, and it's going to be an easy division for them.
You could be right with that. I still think the Tennessee Titans will surprise some teams. I think the loss, I don't know if you saw or heard, Harold Landry III actually tore his ACL Wednesday at practice, so that's a big loss.
Ooh,
He had 12 and a half sacks last year for their team as the leader, and he's gone.
that
That's a
does
tough
hurt.
replacement.
That hurts a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that today? Yeah, that's not good.
No.
The Colts also they added Stephon Gilmore, I believe,
You think he still has it?
and I mean he was pretty good. Didn't he win Defensive Player of the Year just 2 years ago? Maybe it was three.
Yeah. I can't
Not
remember
sure. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, I don't remember. But you add him, and then you got I think they got Ngakwe as a pass rusher. He's pretty good. I just think you do that. You got a top five offensive line in the league. You have a top five running back, maybe the best. Who knows?
Could be the best. That yeah.
And you got a stable veteran now, Matt Ryan, and you're throwing to young guys like Michael Pittman. I mean, I just think this is their year to just run away with this.
Yeah, I think you could be right. You could be right. I still
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
see my Tennessee Titans sneak in there, but Matt
Yeah,
Ryan
good
and
luck
that
with that.
Colts team is probably the way to go.
And yeah, I'll save my Colts bet for later when we do best bets at the end of this for some future bets. But they're my team in this division. So, and if you got any fantasy guys out there, I think Michael Pittman's probably one of the big breakout candidates in this division. If you're looking for someone to draft. Also, not that I like to talk about the Texans, but Brandon Cooks.
That's what I was
That
just
guy's
gonna say.
that guy's solid. We have no idea
Yep,
what each other are gonna say, by the way. But Brandon Cooks is solid. He's just on terrible teams.
really bad teams. Yeah, that's for sure. And
Yeah,
I think I did. I just draft him. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm gonna win our fantasy football league.
you did. You did. I was mad. I may have cussed a few times when I saw that name come off. He was in my queue. But
Yeah, it happens.
he gets over 1,000 yards like every season, and he has people that just they're not much better than my grandparents throwing. I mean, those quarterbacks he has played with are just brutal. They
Pretty
are
bad.
brutal.
But they're gonna be
Yeah.
losing basically every game, so he's gonna get some targets.
Yeah, that's true. So the beauty of that is they're going to be down by 30 every fourth quarter.
Yep.
And they are going to throw, throw, throw.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts on the AFC South?
I think we covered a lot of it. That's for sure. Yeah, that's about it.
Let's go AFC North.
To the north, huh?
This is a two-man race. This is a two-man race, in my opinion. It's the Ravens and the Bengals. First, I have a question. Do we think the Bengals are for real, or did they just have this fluky run all the way to the Super Bowl?
Fluky run all the way to the Super Bowl. They're a decent team. Joe Burrow's nice, but no, they lose two more games and they're under 500, and they made the Super Bowl last year. Like they're nothing super special, I don't think.
They won some close games in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They did add some pieces to their offensive line, which was extremely needed because Burrow was running for his life. So that will help. But I think the Super Bowl hangover, I think that's real.
Oh,
I
I
really do.
absolutely think that's real.
It's
Yes.
when you lose the Super Bowl, you're playing into February. That's tough to come back from. You got to start
Yeah.
all over, and it's a real thing. Other than other than the Seahawks, who went back the next year after winning. But I will
But the Bengals
say,
didn't win. After the Seahawks lost, it was been downhill ever
true.
since then.
True, that's true. It's the loser of the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
by the way, full disclosure, we are diehard Seahawks fans,
Yes,
and that
unfortunately.
sucks right now. Yeah, that sucks right now. So you won't see us talking about them much, but we will talk about them because we are Seahawks fans. So
Yeah.
we'll get to that when we get to the NFC video. But anyways, what other thoughts you have for this AFC North?
What do you think of the Steelers? I want to see and hear
Uh,
your opinion on the Steelers.
Steelers are a top five, top 10 defense. It's
Okay.
all going to come down to their quarterback play.
All right.
But the problem with their quarterback play is it's going to suck because their offensive line is probably bottom five in the league.
Oh, I did not know
It
that.
easily. Oh, their offensive line is atrocious.
Hmm.
So I mean,
It's
if
good
you
to
want to
know.
put in Kenny Pickett at quarterback, it's just not going to help his confidence when you got that kind of line. But you hope to run Najee Harris every play, and
which I think he's a stud. And I think they have some weapons at wide receiver.
they do. They got a lot of young pieces. They got Claypool. I think they got a new guy, George Pickens from Georgia,
Yep,
good receiver. But man, young receivers, young quarterback, bad offensive line doesn't equal a lot of wins. But their defense and Mike Tomlin will keep them competitive.
I
They'll
th- I
they'll fight
think
for a playoff spot.
I think because of Mike Tomlin and their defense, you're right. I think that gets them up there towards racing for the playoffs potentially. The quarterback
Yep,
just
I
needs
agree.
not to lose them every game.
Yeah, but to be honest, they had Big Ben last year, so it's not like it's a big drop off. Big Ben was pretty bad last year. He was done. He
Exactly.
had a noodle arm, so I mean they could improve in that regard. But yeah, who do you
Yeah.
think's winning this division?
I would have to say the Baltimore Ravens. They got hit hard with the injury bug last year, and I think Lamar's gonna do his best fighting for a contract and have a contract, year and explode with great numbers, great production, maybe be potentially MVP, and I think they're gonna be right there as long as they can stay healthy.
All right, we agree on something. They were 32nd in the league in health last year, just ravaged by injuries, just crushed. And even with that, I think that I read they had 5 or 6 of their losses were by 6 points or less. I mean, they were competitive
Impressive.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not a Lamar Jackson guy unless it's fantasy football. But he gets the job done. He moves the ball. They don't have any receiving except for Mark Andrews, who's a stud. But
Oh, yes.
yeah,
I don't think he's a clutch quarterback come the playoffs, but I think in the normal regular season, he's just fine and get the team to the playoffs.
yep, yep, I agree. I think they win the division. Bengals will have a little bit of a hangover before they start kicking it into high gear again. And then
Yeah.
don't think we're avoiding the other team.
Well, what about the
The
Browns?
Cleveland Browns. Okay. Being a Browns fan is like being a Mariners fan. And this isn't a baseball podcast. I could go off about a Mariners fan because I am one. And we haven't been in the playoffs since, see, '01. I had my permit. Yeah, 36 now. So, yeah. So it's tough. And they, Deshaun at 11 games.
Yeah, that's brutal. Not
I don't
to
know if you
get
agree with
into.
the 11 pension, but
Yeah, the 11 games, I don't even know how I feel. I feel like it should be more, but the NFL really doesn't have rules about it, so a judge can't say what they need to say or do what they need to do because there's no rules in place by the NFL. So you get what you get.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it was right to raise it from 6 games like he had.
Yeah.
But if you just take the NFL or what it means for them this season, I mean, 11 games of Jacoby Brissett and
Yeah.
Amari Cooper. I mean, you're leaning on Nick Chubb a lot. You hope that running game dominates, or you're in trouble.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there's a very good chance they finish last this year in that division.
Do you think if they go 500 with Jacoby Brissett that Deshaun could win them a few games and get them maybe fighting towards the end or no?
That could be, and you're looking at like 5-5 or so heading to week
Yep.
12 or 13.
And I think that's what
There's
his
a
like career
chance.
record is about a 500 quarterback. So, you know,
There's a chance. You'd be fighting for one of the last wild card spots at that
yep.
point. But yeah, you have a chance.
But then Watson, when's the last time he's really thrown a football in game time, football? It's
That's a
been a
good
while.
point. He didn't play last year at all. Yeah, he didn't play last year. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a
this
couple
isn't
years.
just
So do you
11
expect
games.
no? So do you expect him to come in and just dominate right away, or
I don't think so. No,
no?
not at all.
No, I don't think so either. Also, back to the Bengals. They have the second toughest schedule this year, which is usually what happens when you're a Super Bowl team. But Super Bowl hangover and the second hardest schedule, it's just going to be tough. I just think this is the Ravens division. I agree with you on that,
Yep, we
and
agree there.
which is hard to say because their passing game is not explosive at all. I mean,
They,
it's
they,
it's all
yeah,
about their running.
they play football a different way. They play football, old school football, still, which I enjoy seeing. But sometimes tough to
Yeah,
watch.
it is tough. Yeah, they got J.K. Dobbins back, Buckeye. Love me
He's
some
still kind
Buckeyes.
of hurt-ish a little bit here and there. Something going on with
Yeah, a
his
little
knee.
bit.
Might
He'll
play.
he'll be fine. He'll be
Just
fine.
signed what?
He's pretty PO'd right now by all the people talking about him, and he said he's ready to go. He's amped up, so he's going to help their running game. I mean, it's going to be a lot of running and a lot of Mark Andrews, and their defense can play pretty well.
Yeah.
So I
Who
just
did they
think
just
they're the
sign? Do
team to
you think
beat.
that's a sign that Dobbs isn't as good as or as healthy as he should be? Kenyon Drake? Is that who they just signed? I think
Yeah, they
that's
did. I think they just
yeah.
need some depth. I think I don't know if Gus Edwards or there's another running back that was hurt a little bit too. So yeah, he
Yeah.
might eat into it, but even a timeshare, I think Dobbins is going to come back with something to prove. And that GM and Harbaugh over there, they just win. They just know how to compete and win.
Yep. Yep. I would agree with that.
And man, John Harbaugh has been there for a long time. I think his brother has been around for he went NFL, college, and
Yeah.
I just think John's a solid coach. I'm a big fan of Jim Harbaugh, especially now that he's a Michigan guy. But
That division has two very good coaches in Tomlin and Harbaugh.
yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. But yeah, that's the AFC South or North, I guess that was. So we both agree the Ravens are probably going to win it.
Yep.
Both agree the Browns suck again. Ah, they suck again. And yeah, they're not. I think the Steelers are going to be right in that middling, fighting for a wild card.
Yep. I think so.
But nothing special. I don't see any Super Bowl contenders out of this division, to be honest.
Depending on how other division, how injuries and stuff go in the league. Obviously, injuries play the biggest part, so
Yeah, yep,
they
that's
could be.
true. That is true. So let's go to the AFC East.
Sounds good.
The beautiful AFC East, home of the 2022-2023 Super Bowl champion Buffalo Bills. And I am not a Bills fan. I just want that to be clear. But they're winning it all this year. This is their year. They
I
have
don't
to.
know. I think they might
They
have the
have to.
best team, but I don't. I don't know. I was looking at their roster and stuff, and who do they got as real weapons after Diggs for wide receiver? I know Josh Allen's amazing, but
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that.
they don't
Oh,
got
that's
nobody.
beautiful. They have the sleeper of the year in fantasy. Oh, baby. Gabriel Davis. 4
Really?
touchdowns in a playoff game last year. 4. I think he had 5 in the last 6 regular season games. They got rid of Cole Beasley because they know they have a stud. Gabriel Davis
Hmm.
is the bona fide number 2. He's a stud. Watch out for him. Draft him in your fantasy leagues too. He's been getting taken. I think
Wait,
people have
did
been
you get
missing
him then? I don't
him.
remember. Did you get him?
No, I didn't because people
Hmm.
keep taking him. I don't get it. But whatever. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for setting me up on that one because he is a stud. But other than that, what other problems do you see with them this year? Anything?
White's hurt for a little while. He's
Yep.
missing.
But
Is
they
he?
didn't have
Did
him
they
last
take him
year.
off? Oh, I guess you're right. And they did have like the best defense last year in the league, like points against and everything. It was crazy. I didn't know that the defense was that
Um,
good.
well, that's because the last game you saw them play, it wasn't.
That could be why.
They
Yeah.
have they have what? Let's see. Gave up 150 points. It seemed like to the Chiefs. That game was back and forth and a lot of offense. And let me just say, if they so much to say about that. 15 seconds left on the Chiefs, and you do
Wow.
what they did on special teams and let them score. I mean, if they don't let them score there, we could be talking about them as Super Bowl champions right now. You never know.
Oh, we definitely could be. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, Josh Allen's a
That
stud. So, anyways, that's the Bills. I'm gonna kind of defer this next team to you because this is kind of your baby. It sounds like, but the Miami Dolphins. How we feeling on
why?
them?
No, they're not my baby. I think they're a good team. They're not better than the Bills, so they're not winning the division. But I definitely think they have weapons everywhere on the offense, and that just makes life a lot easier for a quarterback that maybe doesn't have the strongest arm in the league.
That's a true statement. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Uh, Tua, Tua is like the wild card of the NFL. I think. I feel like there's people that love him and people that just don't believe in him at all.
See, I land in the middle. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. And I think this season really, if he has a bad year, he's toast. I mean, that's it. They gave him every single weapon he needs, and if he can't do it with this team, then he might
That's
be out of the league.
yeah, probably. They have a new head coach, Mike McDaniel's,
Yep.
and I mean he's a young guy, and so you got a young coach, a young quarterback. I just don't. I think they're a little overrated this year. I just don't see. They have decent defense. They re-signed Xavier Howard, their corner, but I just don't see it. And then if you can't throw the ball deep, they're going to have to. I just don't know how Tyreek Hill's going to be used that well. You know,
He
Patrick
catches a
Mahomes.
3-yard slant, and he takes it 70 yards. Still
That's true.
counts.
That's true.
He just
That's true.
blows past people. It's a
But
different.
if you watched him with
Yeah.
Mahomes, oh baby, Mahomes would throw it 60 yards in the air to him. I mean, it was Tyreek's not going to be happy. I mean, he'll be fine. He got a big contract. He's living in Miami now instead of
Oh,
Kansas
he is.
City.
Yeah, living in
Yeah,
Miami,
yeah.
making money, still playing football. I think he's doing okay.
He'll be all right. Yeah, he'll be right. And Jalen Waddle's another stud young receiver. It's just a matter if that quarterback can take him. If he's better than I think, then they have a chance to. Well, they're not going to win the division. We all know
No,
that.
they're not
Going
winning the
into it.
division. No.
But yeah, other
I
than that, we got what the Patriots.
yes.
I want to hear your thoughts on them first.
The Patriots, man, that's a boring team to talk about. That's how I feel about the Patriots. Um,
You do have a Gronk jersey behind you, by the way.
I do. Gronk is awesome,
Yeah.
but that's the wrong way. I gotta get used to this camera stuff, obviously. Um, they're a boring team to talk about because of their head coach. Do they even have a real offensive coordinator? Wasn't he like a defensive coach and now he's coaching offense? Just
Yeah, I
because,
think so. 'Cause
yeah,
I think their big loss to Josh McDaniels. I think that's huge.
yeah, I
He,
think I
he's
would
been
agree.
there. He's been there for a while, so I think that's going to hurt him. But to be honest, they got nothing. I don't. I think they're a below 500 team. I don't know if
I
it's a
would,
bold statement or not, but they're just a below 500 team.
I would agree with you on that. I don't think they're a great team. I was actually looking at Mac Jones' stats. I was surprised he did as well as he did last year
Oh,
and got the stats he got. I was like, what? You had nothing. How'd you do that?
oh,
But
it was ugly, and they had games where they weren't letting him throw at all. I mean, it
right,
was it was Russell Wilson first year managing the game kind of thing.
yeah.
Let the defense win it. Yeah, it was ugly.
They had a good defense last year. I was looking at that too, and I was like, I don't remember them having a good defense, but they did it
No,
again.
they Belichick knows how to put together a good D. I don't know how. They did lose I think J.C. Jackson at corner. Stud.
Yep.
He went to another team that I can't wait to talk about later also. But I just don't think they're going to be 500. I just think they don't have any. I don't. Mac Jones he's okay. He's nothing special.
Yeah. I think he equipped him with the right pieces around him for him to be special. If he doesn't have the pieces, then he's just going to be a guy.
Yep, I agree. Surprised Belichick's still coaching, to be honest, instead of
Oh,
bailing
yeah.
for another team or retiring because they're in a rebuild right now.
Yeah. I think he wants to prove it to Tom Brady that he can win without Tom. I really think that's a thing.
Oh, I hate to break it to him. He already lost that argument. Brady won a Super Bowl already, so I think
Yeah.
sure how much he's going to win that one. But I don't know. I just don't think they're very good this year. But that's just me. I've doubted the Patriots before, and it didn't work out. So
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see.
How many? Yep. Exactly. How many times have we all doubted the Patriots and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
there they are in the playoffs again, or right there. It's like this is stupid.
Only difference is they don't have Brady. But yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
So other than that,
Are you just gonna
how long
avoid
do you
the
want
other
to talk
team?
about this next team?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are you just avoiding them? There's only three
The
teams.
New York Jets. How do we
Oof.
feel?
They, I heard people talking that they've had a good offseason and got some new weapons and really, surrounded Zach Wilson with some pieces. I was looking, no, they did not. Like, there's nothing special.
No.
I think they drafted a couple guys, but rookies don't come out right away and dominate. That's just not
No,
how the NFL
no.
works.
And rookie receivers and just rookies in
Mm-hmm.
general don't do a lot. Maybe defensive players, but if you're looking at rookie receivers to go with Zach Wilson,
Yep.
I want to be honest. There was maybe nobody that looked worse than Zach Wilson last year. I mean, it
You
was
know,
bad. It
I didn't even
was.
watch a game. I don't even know if I've ever seen him throw the football, quite honestly. Like,
Oh well, let me tell you, he went to BYU and
yes.
dominated. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then he came to the NFL and it was ugly. I mean, he looked lost. He looked scared, and it was just not pretty.
Hmm.
So obviously they're young and up and coming team, and no one's expecting anything from them. But they got a ways to go. They're getting there. Saleh is a good head coach. He fires them up a little bit, but
Right.
yeah, they got a long ways to go.
Unfortunately, rebuilding in New York, I don't think works very well. They don't got the patience to sit there and wait for a couple losing seasons for Zach Wilson to figure it out. They're gonna. Nope. Sorry, young boy.
Well, we'll get to that in the NFC video, but I mean, there's two rebuilding teams in New York right now,
Yes.
and they are both bad. They've been rebuilding for a while, kind of like the New York Knicks. New York struggled lately. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a
That's why.
struggle.
That's why they won't. Wait for it. They want it now.
Yeah, yeah, but the Jets are far away. Yeah, they're not even
Very
close.
far
So
away. No. No.
no competition at all there. But yeah, any final thoughts or any fantasy studs from this division?
Fantasy studs. Not that I can think of. I don't think Tyreek Hill's going to have as
Favorite?
good as a year. Oh yeah, your boy. I totally forgot about him because you're going to be way off on that one, but that's just my opinion.
No,
Um, Tyreek Hill's not going to have the yards and the receptions like he did last year. I don't think. I think he'll still be effective and good and help the team, but it won't be as crazy as last year.
yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah, and
not sure. Yeah.
Ram- Ramondre Stevenson. He's a good little player, good pass catcher for New England, the running back, and James White retired, so
Yeah.
they it's just him and Damian Harris still there, right? Yeah, they
Yeah.
got
He
Damian
is.
Harris.
But they
So I
they did
think
sign
Ramon,
Ty Montgomery, which is used to be a wide receiver, so he might steal some receptions, unfortunately,
yeah,
from that guy, which hurts.
and I
But
think he may be hurt, Ty Montgomery, but not for that long.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I agree. Here's the deal: if you're drafting, Ramondre Stevenson's a great late round pick. Just know he could dominate, or
Hmm.
Belichick could pull Belichick.
You don't get to play. You had a great game last game. Good job. And now nothing. Way to go.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that goes with Belichick. So draft at your own risk. But
Definitely.
yeah, the last division is the best division.
Oh, by far.
Holy smokes, the AFC West. Let me tell you, they
Yeah.
are just absolutely loaded. Would you
Yes.
be surprised if any of these teams won the division?
I think all of them can win it. I absolutely think any team can win it in that division. You know, the Raiders,
So,
they're yeah, I think they can win it too.
so who's winning it?
I want to say the Raiders just to be that bold prediction and out on a limb guy, but I don't think I can. I think I got to go with the Chiefs still. Patrick Mahomes is that good that he still wins that division. I don't think the Chargers are going to do it. Don't think the coach is quite there yet, or I don't think Herbert's quite there yet. I think it's still Patrick Mahomes in that division. Russ coming to the Broncos will help them win, but they ain't winning the division. I don't think. I see from your
Are you done?
face though, it looks like you got something to say about that. You look like
Are
you're
you
gonna
done yet?
disagree. I guess I'll be done. You go.
Oh, my friend, my friend, my friend. Justin Herbert is a stud. Okay,
I didn't
I
say he
didn't
wasn't
think
a
he was going to
stud.
be a stud.
No,
I didn't think he was going to be a stud out of Oregon. So I was wrong. I'll take that. He is a stud. That team is absolutely loaded, and they're winning this division.
really.
They just are. Yes, I feel like Kansas City is in just a very mini rebuild, hence them trying to get draft picks and things for Tyreek Hill and for other players instead of getting more veteran players. They paid Patrick Mahomes like $1 billion. They gave him a
half
soccer
half a
team,
billion,
maybe
half a billion.
the whole state of Kansas. Yeah. And I just think, listen, Mahomes is my boy. I love Mahomes. Um, I just think they're gonna be a little worse. They're gonna take a step back a little bit.
I can see that. I can see
And
them
the
taking a
chart,
step back, but I think they still win the division.
you think so?
I think so. Yeah.
So the Chargers, they sucked on defense last year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, they said, let's see what I have. They went 9-8 with a plus 15 point differential last year. That's very average.
Wow.
It's just average. It's not because of their offense. Their offense is absolutely loaded, and their defense. What was it? What did they say? Let's see.
I've
Their
not looked
defense
that
gave
one
up the
up.
second most points in the AFC. I'm going to give you all the bad first. Okay, you have the second most points. Okay, they signed J.C. Jackson, the guy we just talked about.
That's where I thought he
He's a
went.
stud
Yeah.
corner. They signed Khalil Mack. I know Khalil Mack is never not on the field all the time, but he did have, I think, 6 sacks in 7 games last year. So when he's on the field, he's still productive. He's going to help. He's going to be a leader for them. Um, I just think this is their year. Justin Herbert's a stud. Talk about a guy who has weapons. Mike Williams,
Oh,
Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. I mean, these guys, he's got weapons everywhere. Their receiver or their tight end, Gerald Everett. He's a good athletic tight end. We know he was with Seattle.
yep.
We didn't use him very well, but that's because we suck with tight ends.
Yeah,
Um,
get the best one ever and he
so
does nothing. Yeah. Jimmy Graham.
yeah.
Gosh.
So I just think they're loaded.
Yeah, I don't I feel like they're loaded as well, but sometimes it's just you gotta learn how to win. I think they're 1 year away from still learning how to win.
You could be right on that. They lost a lot of close games. Brandon Staley is known to go for it on fourth down and make some very interesting decisions. But if
Yes.
they can learn how to win some close games, I think this is their division.
If they learn how to win those close games, learn how to win, then I believe you're right. But I just don't think they're yet there yet. I don't.
Yeah. Well, they other than that, kind of talked about the Chiefs. How do we feel about the Broncos and our boy Russell Wilson?
Oh, we've been talking for quite some time, 3 to 4 years, about how we're pretty much done with Russ, and now the whole world's kind of jumping back on board and figuring it out that maybe not, but he's still a good quarterback. I'm glad the Seahawks got a Super Bowl because of him, so that's awesome. But I don't see them winning the division. And he holds the ball for far too long. That is gonna make some people upset, and their offensive line will become the worst offensive line. It's like, what happened? It's Russ.
I agree.
Like,
I agree. Another team is finally going to realize that he is to blame on some of those sacks.
yes,
Even though he likes
absolutely.
to throw his teammates under the bus, he is to blame. But
Hmm.
you know, and I think they just signed him to a 5-year extension today for
Oh, they
just a
just paid him.
round
Yep,
lot of money. Yeah,
lots of guaranteed and lots of money per year. Yep.
but that team in general, they got talent.
Do they have a good defense? Did they have a good defense last year? I don't think they really did, and
They,
they did. They
the
didn't get
hard thing
better.
is, but when your offense is so bad, it really
Oh
does
yeah.
affect your defense. You're on the field
Oh,
a
it
lot.
does.
So I think with Russ, and I do like their young receivers. I really like Portland Sutton, big body guy, and Jerry Judy's. I mean, he's got two really young receivers. One, maybe both of them will step up. But I just think they were a quarterback away from really competing, and I think they will compete for this division. But I just think Russ has a few more flaws than people think at this point in
Yep.
his career. He doesn't run a lot anymore. He doesn't even try. So
No,
I just think this division's too hard. I see them finishing probably third place in this division.
I can see them finishing fourth. Honestly.
I mean, all these teams could finish, I guess, first or fourth.
Right. I mean, that's kind of goes back to it when
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
first started talking about it. But uh,
yeah.
if you were to say, would you say they get first in the division or fourth? I would lean towards fourth place in the division more so than first
Yeah,
place.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Also, they have a new head coach.
Hmm.
So Nathaniel Hackett, I believe.
Yeah, you're
So
right. Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah.
a new head coach and a quarterback on a new team for the first time in his career. I just think it's going to take some time to gel over there.
Yeah.
Might be a little ugly at the beginning.
I think he's definitely going to try and make Russ happy too, and that could hurt the team more so as well. Honestly,
How long have we heard let Russ cook?
we've
Yeah,
heard it a long time,
that worked
and
maybe for 1 year when he would just let him cook. But
it worked best when people really weren't talking about it. Way back when him and Doug Baldwin were connecting on short, quick throws and a lot of touchdowns and setting records and
that
being
was
insane.
special.
That was awesome. They weren't talking about letting Russ cook then. It was when
Hmm.
he got the other guys. Well, no, he was cooking already once. Just missed out on it.
Yep. Hmm. We could talk about Russ probably the whole video. So,
For far too long. Yeah.
but yeah, let's go to the Raiders.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about the Raiders, okay?
I'm
And
listening.
I don't put a ton of stock to this, but they had a minus 65 point differential last year.
Hmm.
Minus 65. They got outscored by 65 points by all their opponents last year.
Wow.
Guess what that got them? A playoff
Ten,
berth.
yeah, 10 wins, right? They went 10-7 with
10
that?
wins and a playoff berth. That's called
Hmm.
luck. A little bit of luck,
You
you
could be
know?
right. So maybe I'm
Um,
not. Yeah.
they, they earned it. Um, but that was a little luck.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but maybe they may have gotten in because the Colts lost to the Jags also last year.
I don't know how you do that at the end of the season. And I think you're right. Yes, that's how they got in.
It was ugly. It was now listen, they got Devontae Adams, maybe best receiver in the league.
Oh, yeah.
But
Very special.
I don't know how good their defense really is, but I do know their offense is probably going to be pretty loaded. They got a lot of weapons. Hunter Renfro is very underrated in my opinion.
He is. Yep.
Um, so
Darren
I
Waller,
think
Josh
that
Jacobs. They got weapons.
they do. So now it's up to Derek Carr to see what he can do. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Tua. They got the weapons. Can the quarterback
Yep.
take advantage of it?
Mm-hmm. I think I would agree with you there. They
I
did add
I do think
Chandler
Derek Carr has
Jones
proved a little
for
more, but
defense. So that should help their
that's true.
defense, right?
That was the big addition. That helps.
Yep.
Yep. But I probably don't see the Raiders having a chance to win this division.
I want to be the
Um,
guy that goes out on that limb to say it, but you're probably
yeah,
right.
go for it. I want to hear it.
I can't. I'm not doing it. I already said I can't, so I'm not going to be that.
Okay.
I already committed to the Chiefs.
Okay. So to wrap up, you got the Chiefs in this division
Yes.
and the Chargers second.
You trying to convince me that the Chargers are second? Yes, I'll go with Chargers
Yeah.
second in that division.
All
So
right. Well, I think
Chiefs,
the Chargers take
Chargers,
it, but
Raiders, and Broncos in that
either way,
order.
this division's going to be awesome.
You can
It's
just
going
watch
to be
this
loaded.
division and not even the rest of the NFL, and you'd have a blast.
Oh yeah. Oh, easily. Yeah, easy. Um, fantasy wise, I mean, there's just guys up and down each team.
Yes, just pick them.
Um, maybe Cortland Sutton or Jerry Judy for some value, but yeah, I'm trying to think. There's just so many. They're all just studs, to be honest. Mike Williams for LA.
Yep. Do you think Hunter Renfro maybe is kind of like a sleeper-ish guy, or is he going pretty high in most drafts?
I don't think he's going very high. The problem is the amount of targets he's going to get.
Right. Where he's
Yeah, excuse me.
barely third.
I don't think how Derek Carr's going to have enough targets to go to Waller. Devontae gets a lot of balls.
Yeah.
So
And deservingly
yeah, I
so.
don't. Yes, correct. And yeah, other than that, there's just guys everywhere. It's hard to say one's breakout, studs.
Yeah, I can't think of any breakout no name guys. It's all really good people. Maybe some Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers.
Yeah. Oh, Juju could be one.
Yeah, Juju could be a good one.
He's still young. I thought he was old, but I just saw his age. I forgot what it was, like mid-20s. He's still young. He's
Yeah,
still good.
still very young, and yeah, He can take the top off somehow. Not as fast as
Sky Moore,
Tyreek,
I think
but good.
is it Sky Moore, the rookie receiver there that everyone loves now?
Oh, that one I don't know.
Yeah, he could do something, but anybody with Mahomes could do something. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, we just went through all the divisions,
Sure did.
and
That was it.
just to be real, the AFC is absolutely loaded.
Oh, yeah.
They
NFC doesn't
have
got
probably
much.
they probably have every good quarterback in the league.
There's a
Minus
couple on the other in the NFC.
a
And when
couple,
I say couple,
couple.
it could be actually be three, but yeah.
I mean, you're talking Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. They're average players. They're all right, yeah,
Well, you can't forget Matthew
but
Stafford.
that's true. He did just win Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the AFC.
Yep.
What do you got for some best bets?
Best bets. I would have to go with they're saying 7.5 for the Steelers. And I would have to go that they're going to be winning more than 7.5 games this year. Um, so I would definitely take that bet. I think I'd also take kind of how I was talking earlier, the Tennessee Titans. They're saying 9 wins. I think they get 10 wins. I think they're going to be right there in the AFC South. Other than that, yeah. What do you think? You're more of the betting guy, so let's hear your expertise.
I like to bet. Let's be real. It's pretty fun. So we're gonna be giving out some bets this year. The Bills to win the Super Bowl. That's happening.
You
I know I'm going on a limb here. Okay, it's the favorite.
right. Yeah, they're the
They're
favorite.
let's see, what do I got? Like plus 580 right now.
Yeah.
Um, so the odds aren't great. So maybe it's one of those if they lose a game or two, then you jump on them during the season. Get
That's
a
a
little
good
better.
idea.
But another one is the Chargers to win the AFC one.
Oh, what's
Plus
that one?
224. Plus 224.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's a good one. They got a good shot as any, and that's pretty good odds. So I love the Chargers there. If you want to throw some in, and then to win a Super Bowl, might as well.
Not a,
Maybe a little
might as
Herbert to
well.
win MVP, huh? Herbert to win MVP. I think that was I don't
No.
know plus 900,
Okay, if you
900
want me to go
something like that.
one more bet would be Lamar Jackson. He's gonna win the MVP. That'd be my other one. I have no idea what his odds are or anything like that, but that's where I would go.
Um, that's not a bad one. His odds are actually pretty high or low, however you look at it. He just won MVP a couple years ago, so
Right?
that's not a bad bet. Not a bad bet.
And he's
But if you
fighting
want
for
a
a contract.
real, that's true. If you want a real long shot, how about the Colts to win the Super Bowl?
That's probably
Yeah,
definitely a long shot. Yeah.
which by the way is in my article, justabetoutside.com. Little personal
Hmm.
blog, writing some articles if you want some good future bets, some good fantasy advice. Anyways, nice plug there for me.
Yep.
Um, I just think I just think they got a chance. First of all, the division's not very good.
Right.
If the Bengals can do what they did last year, why not the Colts? They have a quarterback who's been to the Super Bowl before. Um, Choked it away, but he was there. And then they got a solid defense, one of the best running games and O lines in the league. And I just think they got a chance. I think what do I have? Plus 2,400. Those are
Wow.
pretty good odds.
Those
Yeah,
are pretty good
$10 to
odds.
win 240. Yeah, why not?
That's not bad.
So I think that's one. If you want a more
Okay.
sure one, the Colts to win the division, it's minus 125, so it's not great odds, but they're winning that division. I mean,
Oh.
don't it doesn't really matter what Ryan says about the Titans. The Colts are winning this division, and that's a lock.
Ah.
So that's one, but I don't like to do
Well,
minus numbers or pay any juice for future bets. It's not one of my favorite things to hold a ticket for all year for that. So those are some of
well,
mine though. Yeah.
eh, nice.
And by the way, when you watch this video, anybody, leave your best bets there. Tell me how much you disagree with me or Ryan. I'm sure it's mostly Ryan, but you know, feel free to let us know. And I'd love to get some more future bets, see what's going on. But we're gonna be giving you guys some bets every single week.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome. We get to talk football, give bets, interact with you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So please make
I'm
sure you hit
excited.
that like and subscribe button. Yep. Please follow us on Twitter also, just at betoutside.com, or not .com, that'd be my website. Just the Bet Outside Twitter page. And yeah, we're gonna give out some best bets there. We'll post links to these videos, and then also just give out some bets every week. I might sneak in some college football just because why not, right? You need to have action on Saturday too. So
The no defense league. They do not play
yeah,
defense.
that's a whole other topic. Yeah. So they are going to a 12-team playoff though, by the way.
Oh,
I saw that today. So that's pretty
that's
cool.
good.
But
Yeah.
it's still gonna be, Alabama, Georgia's, Clemson's, Ohio State's in the title game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the AFC. Loaded conference. Yeah, any final thoughts on the conference in general, or who you think's coming out of there this year?
The Buffalo's a very good team. That's going to be the team that everybody's gunning for sure. Uh, I'd have to agree with you there. I don't like agreeing with you. I know we agree a lot on some things. I don't like it, but the Bills are the team that
You,
everyone's
you
chasing.
can't deny it. You can't deny it.
No,
Now, the only thing that scares me is they're a franchise that lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. That's a lot, by the way. That's
Th-
four's a lot
they
in a
just know how
row,
to lose. That's good, right? Just
and
know how to
and they
lose.
lose, and the way they lost last year. I mean, it
Yeah,
it's been rough going for Buffalo fans. I'm not gonna lie,
now might be the
but
time.
they got to get over the hump. It's yeah. So they're coming
Yep.
out. Any Bengal type sleeper teams that have a chance? Because listen, if we did this video last year, there's no way we're talking about the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
No,
So
not
there's
at all.
always these teams every year that come out of nowhere. For me in this conference, it's probably the Colts if I had to pick one. But do you have any?
I want to say the Ravens. The Ravens find a
Really?
way in the playoffs, in the big games, and yeah, then get in the Super Bowl.
I like it. Yeah, there's just teams up and down this conference. It's
Oh,
crazy, but
AFC's good.
yeah. But
That's for
yeah,
sure.
other than that, those are some bets. So how we're gonna do it? Once the season starts, we're gonna do a video to probably recap every week. Go over our best bets. We'll keep track of our records. How many units we're up, all that kind of stuff. And then we'll do a second video before the next week starts and go over bets and go over the matchups and everything. And hope to interact with you guys a lot
Yep.
and really give out some good bets. We want to win you some money this year, so that's been key. I've been lucky and pretty good on the NFL last few years, so happy to share it with you guys. And we'll get more graphics on these videos and everything. So bear with us; it's our first one, so we're working on it. But happy to be talking sports and NFL. It's the greatest time of the year right now. So
Sure is.
again, follow us on Twitter, hit like and subscribe on our page. We'll be getting some more videos up and getting going here a little bit. But yeah, any other
And
last words?
NFC preview coming up here pretty soon, hopefully.
That's
Gonna
right.
do
Yeah,
that
we'll be
video
doing that
next.
here probably in the next few days, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be good. We'll talk about the lesser conference in the NFL. So yeah.
I
Other
think I,
other than that, I think that's it.
I
Leave some
think that's
comments
it.
what you think. Thanks for listening, guys. This is going to be a fun ride. Excited to talk football and yeah, excited to get this going. So
Yep.
other than that, thanks for listening to Just a Bet Outside, and we'll talk to you later.
Later.